what makes this car fun is just being able to do this and just, oh, the giggle factor is so real with this thing. Welcome guys to the first episode of The Exchange. So the premise is really, really simple. I've got a cool car, somebody's got a cool car. We trade hands, we both try to enjoy the cars, I review their car, and then we trade back. This is actually my really good friend, Anthony. We've known each other, what, 15 years at least? A long time. A very long time. He's got a cool S2000. It's an AP2. Actually, let's let him tell us a little bit about the car. Anthony, what is this?
I have a 2007 Honda S2000.
Okay.
I've had it for a couple of years now.
Yeah.
It's my weekend, aka fun car.
Yeah.
And I'm here to do a trade with my buddy Mike.
Of course.
For his R32.
Yeah.
So he can do a review on it.
What all is done to the car? Do you have any mods? Like the car is mostly stockish, I would say. But have you done anything? Are there any mods? Are there any hidden gems?
So I tried to do more of a OEM plus type of mod. So the exhaust actually is Honda stock, but it has a UK mod modification.
Yeah.
So it's a lot louder than the factory one.
It's got a little bit of sauce. Like
it's got a little
cool
something
sauce
in there.
Yeah.
And it's also got a cat delete.
Okay.
So it's a little bit louder than most, and it also has an intake as well. And I've got a Flash Pro Honda tune right now on it. So it kind of brings everything together.
Yeah, that raises the
the red line.
Right, the red line to what?
And VTEC also engages a
Sooner,
lot quicker.
right? Yeah.
So you get both things.
Yeah, I mean, the cool thing about the S2000, really, I mean, to be honest, is, and I know people are like, oh, well, VTEC's stupid. To be honest, it is the most fantastic thing. Once you experience VTEC, you cannot go back. It makes this car such an animal. It makes it so fun to drive. This revs out to what, 9,000 now?
This should be about 8,600.
9,000 RPM. Like, it revs out like, I mean, honestly, the car it's so well balanced from the fact that, you know, these cars, the reason I always love these things is like the balance of it. Almost 50-50 weight distribution. The, you know, front engine, rear drive setup just makes the car really, really cool. Great performer, great platform to mod. It's fantastic out the box. Something like this, the way it is, you probably don't need to do much. You can get yourself in quite a little bit of trouble. But I've always loved these things, and it's great that Anthony's giving us the experience to trade off and being the first. So thank you for doing that. That's really, really nice.
For choosing me.
No.
Letting me do the honors.
Okay, here we go. Well, so I guess we're gonna trade off. I'm gonna review the cars. We're gonna trade for a day or two, and then we'll come back and trade back and have conversations. The key to the cool stuff? S2000 keys. All right, Anthony, I'll see you when I see you. All right, cool. Okay, so right away, super easy car to drive. I mean, again, it's mostly a stock car, so you don't necessarily have to worry about a heavy clutch. Very easy, very simple. If you drive stick, this car is easy to drive. We're gonna try to get out of the neighborhood and open her up if we can. In cruising the car around, this isn't a hard car to drive at all. I'm gonna maybe put the window up because I'm pretty sure you guys won't hear me otherwise. And you see the gear changes are crisp and easy. You're in gear. There we are. It's a 6-speed manual. Traditional, none of this pedal shifter stuff. And you definitely, with this car, feel connected to the road. That's the huge thing with these sports cars of old, the early 2000s, when they were still doing analog cars. They really got that driving experience, the drive feel down pack, and I mean, you feel such a connection to the road. It's one button down here, VSC. You hold it down, traction control is off. It's none of this like get into a computer and do this and do that. Very, very easy car to drive, and very easy car to drive fast. And you know, we're gonna look behind us, maybe put this window up as well. Obviously, we had to have our roof down, but just so you all can hear me and hear the car a little bit better, I've definitely let me turn all of this stuff completely off. Radio's off, sound is off, and this road opens up real nice, so we can just get into it a little bit. So I love that already. And that's the thing, the VTEC is such a cool invention. Once you hit VTEC, you know you've hit VTEC. And it literally just lights up your world, you know what I mean? The car's cool, the car's loud, the car's fast, but you hit VTEC, and I mean, I'm right under 3,000 RPM currently, and I just, you hear it? There's VTEC. Oh, I love it. Oh, man. Oh, man. That's the thing. That's, you know, the giggle factor is so real with this car. I love it. Let's roll through the gears. And I mean, it's got all the revs. Oh, it's got all the revs in the world. I mean, I'm short shifting this car, if you can believe it. With a regular vehicle, with a regular V8, what have you, you know, you're running out of revs at like, you know, 55, 6,000 RPM. You're running out of revs, 7,000 RPM. But the Honda S2000, what makes this car incredible, what makes this car what it is the rev range. I mean, you can play all the way through the rev range, and it is so rewarding. It's like, this car is a hype man. That's what this car is. This car is a hype man. And the hype man's job is to get you hype, right? And this car does that, and it does it in droves. Every time you get behind the wheel, you ask for more revs. It's like, yeah, I've got revs. Sprinkle the sauce. Sprinkle the revs on top, you know? Right now we're at 4,000 RPM and just cruising. We put our foot down. There it is. There it is. Oh, that's 2000. Oh boy, gotta love it. And you know, rev matching is easy with this thing. Let's flip around and head back the same way, because I know this road real well. It's close by home, and people kind of leave us alone. We can play with the car a little bit in a safe manner. We're in Mexico, obviously, so we're in second gear now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come to a stop and roll into, give us a roll first, second, third, maybe even fourth gear, and try to not break the law at these speeds. I mean, the S2000 is just, it is what it is, you know? It's such a fun car, and what's crazy is you don't have to be making 1,000,000 horsepower to enjoy it. We're in second gear now. She's like, yep, yes, Daddy, I got you. I mean, it's just, oh man, I gotta love it. And again, I'm short shifting the car. I'm shifting at about 7,000, 7,500 RPM, and it's got another 1,000 for me. It's got another 1,000 there. It pulls straight through the rev range, just belting out that lovely sound you hear, and that's a mostly stock exhaust. You know, can you imagine if you piped it out? Oh man, these things are just so great. I've always loved them. You know, the thing that keeps me from getting one is what people want for them. They're an older car, but they have such a cult following that getting one cheap is so difficult. Getting a well-sorted one cheap is difficult. If you're going to pick one up, you want a nice one. You want one that's been gone through, well-kept, low mileage like this one, so you don't really run into issues. They're an easy car to modify. There's lots and lots of information out there. Any and every kind of suspension upgrade is out there for this. Bags, coilovers, what have you. It's out there. The information is out there. They're very helpful. But man, what makes this car fun is just being able to do this and just oh, the giggle factor is so real with this thing. Right, okay, we're at a stop sign, so let's roll into first gear. All the revs. Second gear. Third gear. Oh, when I tell you, I love this thing. I love a car that rewards you for doing everything correctly. This is such an analog car that you feel connected to it at all times. You never feel like the computers are jumping in, especially once I had the traction control and stability control off. Literally, I'm on my own, and it rewards every crisp shift. It rewards the driving style you prefer, and it's encouraging you. It is hyping you up the entire time. Do it. I got more for you. No problem. Oh, you want to go to 6,000? I got you. You want to go to 7? Yeah, let's do it. And I love that about the S2000. I love that specifically about Anthony's S2000. You know, maybe modifying it has its crooks, and modifying it will bring some joy, more power to the platform. But honestly, leaving the car mostly stock has its advantages. This is something that you can beat on all the time and have no issues. And I love something like that. For a guy that likes to modify cars, I can tell you point blank, when you modify a car, you definitely risk a little bit, and what you risk is reliability. You know, like you take all the reliability and toss it out the window and say, hey, I want more power. You get more power, but more power means more responsibilities. And this is something that we can enjoy without any issues. Oh man, like I said, the giggle factor is so real with this car. A car that can make me giggle like this, it doesn't make a million horsepower. You're not overpowering anything. It's just enough to get you in a little bit of trouble, but not enough to like scare you completely. I love it. I love it. Anthony, well done. I mean, I'm sure there are mods to come down the line, but man, right now in this place, in this moment, right now in this moment, I love this S2000. It is, oh man, it's so good. I love it, man. This is why this channel exists. This is why I wanted to do this. I love all cars. You know, if you know me personally, you know I've had many different kinds of cars. All-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive, front-wheel drive, turbo, supercharged, NA cars. I love them all. I love all different brands, and obviously you cannot own them all unless you got Jay Leno money. I certainly do not have Jay Leno money currently, so it's nice to be able to experience some of these cool iconic cars, some of these cool tuner cars without having to go purchase it or trade for it or what have you. It's a great experience, a great way to do it. And I mean, it's just a perfect cruiser, a perfect cruiser. No harm, no foul, open air, just enjoying, letting the wind blow my hair, you know? It's just, S2K, man, S2K, I love it. And this is one of the reasons why an automatic just won't work for me, you know? If, and again, I do get that the PDKs, the dual clutch cars are faster. That I will never argue with anybody. But man, you definitely get robbed of an experience if the car is an automatic. And I mean just literally a regular automatic. You definitely get robbed of quite the experience. I don't think this car would work as an automatic. Even as a dual clutch car, I don't know that it really works. The S2K, like the Miata, the NA Miata, NB Miata, definitely benefits from this like analog kind of experience. And man, it is just, it's the cat's pajamas, you know? All right, so we're at the end of the exchange. So I've had Anthony's car for a day. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Anthony, how was it driving the Skyline around?
Yeah, this car is really amazing. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Definitely got a lot of attention, way more than I've ever gotten in this car. Anywhere I went, it was on the road or gas station, someone's asking, hey, what kind of car is it?
Yeah.
You know, hey, do a pull. You know, definitely exciting. I appreciate the experience.
Dude, say less, say less. No, it was, I mean, that is the one thing about this thing is literally every 15 minutes, you probably will get a guy going thumbs up or, oh my gosh, because of what it is. And I think that's part of why I wanted to do this, just to open that up to other people to experience that. And obviously to experience cars like this. I had such a good time. I mean, obviously you watched the video, so you know I had a good time in it. It was,
sure you did.
No, it was, thank you for doing it. We really appreciate it. Actually, Anthony's like the shoe plug. So just so, if anybody's looking for like cool shoes, Nikes, what have you, all the Yeezys, all the cool stuff.
Any sneakers you need.
Any sneakers you're looking for, Anthony, I'll put his like Instagram handle stuff down here so you can go follow this man. He is definitely the shoe plug. Hit him up for that kind of stuff. And we really appreciate and thank Anthony for doing this. It was such a fun time. I'm glad you had a good time, but it's time to trade back, I think.
Yeah.
I know, reluctantly, right?
You sure you don't want to go another day?
I think we're okay.
So, my good sir.
Dude,
Thank you so much.
This was such a good time. We really enjoyed it. If you know anybody or you yourself want to be part of the exchange, you know where to reach me. Reach me on Instagram. It's at McMikePlus. Or inbox me on YouTube or say something in the comment section. We're in the DMV area, so Maryland, DC, Virginia. Just reach out to me and maybe you might be on the exchange. Thanks. Subscribe and like. Thank you so much.